We are really excited to share our technology tools introduction with you. As you might remember, our challenging investigation involves using the arts to connect to and with cultures different from our own. One of the exciting things about this investigation is that it can be reused and redone in many different ways based on the needs of our classrooms. So, for example, based on new pieces of music being performed from other cultures. For this particular one, we decided we want to incorporate one productivity-based tool or set of tools and one more creative tech tool within this investigation to give students experience with using both and to show that both have a place in our investigation as well as in our classrooms. At this point, I'm going to turn things over to Mitchell to talk about our productivity tools.
Thanks, Mackenzie. Including productivity tools in this project, and in really any academic project, is something that I feel strongly about because first, it's an important skill. It follows us in academia, it follows us in professional workspaces, it follows us into our personal lives. But it's also something that we expect our students to know and we never actually explicitly teach it to them. So I feel very strongly about including these basic, quote unquote, basic productivity tools into any project. So I'm talking about if you're a Google school, you have Google Apps for Education. If you're a Microsoft school, you have Microsoft Office. We have all these productivity suites that have things like Google Drive or OneDrive, Docs or Word, Sheets or Excel, whichever program you're familiar with and comfortable with. But these are tools that are universally important to use and to understand. And it's an opportunity for students to use these tools within this project to organize themselves and to start putting together their final presentations and start putting together what it is they're seeking to do with this project. So even just at starting at the very basics, I'll talk about Google Drive. That I'm in Google School myself. And students will be organizing a lot of files, video recordings, documents, presentations, whatever it might be with their group and having organized folders, understanding how to share documents and ensure editing access is appropriate. Is something that students will need to be able to do in order to manipulate the moving parts of this project. You move out of Drive into things like Docs or Sheets or Slides. Understanding the basic elements of those programs is going to be important in terms of putting together their information and sharing it with others, whether that's other people on their team or with the teacher or with anybody else who's working on or viewing this project. They're going to need to be able to present their information in a clean and concise way. And whether that means teaching them the tools and organizational features within those products or things like using keyboard shortcuts, which, you know what, I don't know if that gets taught anymore either. So just having those opportunities. And then once students are comfortable with those basic parts, we can dive even deeper. I know that Google has a lot of apps that go a little deeper into the creative realm or just provide more opportunities to start collecting data and information and then present it. Then thinking about things like Google Jamboard or Google Forms, students can dive deeper and deeper into these productivity suites to start elevating their final products. As an added bonus, once you get past using these tools as a productivity tool, you can actually start thinking about how it might be a creative tool. Google Slides is a decent way just to organize a slide deck of information, but eventually it could be a starting point to organize things visually in a compelling way as a final creative presentation. Or if nothing else, at least as a starting point as you move into other more robust tools designed for more creative presentations. And speaking of more creative tools, I'm going to send it back to Mackenzie now.
Thanks, Mitchell. I totally agree. Those tools are great for learning their practical application in a setting such as this. As students this is going to be essential for them continuing through their education and into their future careers. At this point in time, I will share with you that we are currently using the creativity tech tool involved in our challenging investigation. WeVideo is an excellent freemium tool for classrooms, meaning there is a free version as well as a paid or subscription version, but all the features you might need for a project such as this can be accessed in the free version, which I think is really important. Students can sign in using their Google logins, and I think this tool is a perfect creative platform for showcasing learning from our challenging investigation and different investigations such as this. A few of my favorite features of the tool include students can record media right on it, whether that be a video, audio, but they can also easily import into it, which is what I did. I recorded a video and imported it into the WeVideo site. Students also have choice on the type of project they want to create to share their learning. That could be a video like we're doing here in podcast format. It actually has that as one of its setup features, so they get to roll right with the podcast, or even a screencast version if they have things they would like to showcase while they're talking, without it just being a video. Maybe it's on their computer, they don't have to try and hold it up. So this is just one way students could complete a challenging investigation, but we wanted to show how a technology tool can be both the impetus of learning, using those productivity tools to reach out to the people they'll be learning from, as well as the vehicle for showcasing that learning. Thanks all.